The universe is currently filled with light. Stars burn across billions of galaxies. Planets orbit silently around suns. Black holes drift through the darkness like invisible predators. And somewhere inside all of it, humanity exists for only a brief moment. But none of this lasts forever. Every star you can see in the night sky is temporary. Every galaxy will eventually change. Even time itself begins to feel different when you look far enough into the future. And if you could somehow survive for trillions of years, you would witness the slow death of the universe itself. Not through a giant explosion. Not through some final cosmic war. But through silence. Because the future of the universe is not violent. It is empty. Chapter 1. The Slow End of Stars. Right now, the universe is in what scientists call the Stelliferous era, the age of stars. This is the era where galaxies still glow brightly across space. Hydrogen continues collapsing under gravity. New stars are born inside giant clouds of gas and dust, and the cosmos still feels alive. But stars are not permanent objects. Every star is slowly dying from the moment it is born. Inside their cores, nuclear fusion constantly converts hydrogen into helium, releasing enormous amounts of energy. That energy pushes outward against gravity and keeps the star stable. But eventually, the fuel begins to run out. Massive stars die first. Some explode as supernovas powerful enough to briefly outshine entire galaxies. Others collapse into neutron. Stars are black holes so dense that even light cannot escape them. Smaller stars die more slowly. Our own sun still has around 5 billion years left before it expands into a red giant and destroys the inner solar system. But even red dwarfs, the smallest and longest-lasting stars in existence, eventually burn out too. And that matters because red dwarfs are the final survivors of the stellar universe. Some of them can continue shining for trillions of years, but eventually, even they fade. As trillions of years pass, galaxies slowly grow darker. The brilliant blue stars disappear first, then the yellow stars, then the orange stars. Eventually, only dim red dwarfs remain scattered across the darkness like dying embers. The night sky changes completely. The universe no longer looks vibrant. It looks old. Chapter 2. The Last Sunsets. Imagine standing on a planet orbiting one of the final stars in existence. The sky above you would no longer resemble the universe we know today. Most nearby stars are already gone. The Milky Way has merged with Andromeda billions of years earlier, forming a massive elliptical galaxy, sometimes called Milkomeda, but even that galaxy has changed. Star formation has nearly stopped completely. The giant clouds of hydrogen needed to create new stars were consumed long ago. What remains are ancient, stellar remnants drifting through. Increasingly empty space, white dwarfs, neutron stars, black holes. And somewhere in the darkness, one of the final red dwarfs still burns. Its light is dimmer than our sun, its heat weaker, its lifespan impossibly long. But eventually, even this final star begins to die. Very slowly, nuclear fusion inside its core weakens. The light fades. The warmth disappears. For the last civilization still alive, this would be the final natural sunset in the universe. After that moment, no new sunrise ever comes again. Not because the planet stopped rotating, but because the stars themselves are gone. Chapter 3. The Degenerate Era. After the final stars die, the universe enters a completely different age. An era without sunlight, calm. An era without bright galaxies. An era where almost all visible light disappears from existence. Scientists call this the degenerate era. At this point, the universe becomes dominated by dead stellar remnants. White dwarfs drift silently through space, slowly cooling over unimaginable spans of time. Neutron stars rotate in darkness like abandoned cosmic engines. Black holes become some of the most important objects left in existence. Entire galaxies transform into graveyards. Without bright stars, space becomes almost completely black. If you stood on a surviving planet during this time, the sky above you would feel horrifyingly empty. No glowing constellations. No Milky Way stretching across the heavens. Just darkness, interrupted only occasionally by faint remnants of ancient objects. And over trillions upon trillions of years, gravity slowly begins tearing galaxies apart. Stars and remnants pass near each other. Orbital paths destabilize. Some objects are thrown into intergalactic space forever. Others spiral inward toward black holes. Galaxies themselves slowly dissolve. The organized structure of the cosmos begins breaking down. The universe becomes quieter, colder, lonelier. Chapter 4: Rogue Worlds. Long after stars disappear, planets still remain, but most of them are no longer orbiting anything. Over immense timescales, gravitational interactions slowly eject worlds from their systems. The entire planets drift alone through intergalactic darkness. These are rogue planets. Chapter 5: The Final Civilizations. If intelligent life somehow survives this far into the future, its existence would become increasingly desperate. Energy becomes the most valuable resource in the universe. Without stars, civilizations would need new ways to survive. Some theories suggest advanced species could live near white dwarfs, harvesting their remaining heat. Others might orbit black holes, using accretion disks or rotational energy as power sources. But even those solutions are temporary. Eventually, every source of usable energy begins disappearing. Civilizations might slow their perception of time to conserve resources. Entire societies could spend millions of years asleep between moments of activity. Conversations that once lasted minutes might unfold over centuries. Because when the universe itself is dying, time becomes something you ration carefully. And eventually, civilizations begin disappearing one by one, not through war, not through destruction, but through exhaustion. The cosmos simply becomes too cold to sustain life anymore. One by one, the lights go out, until somewhere in the darkness, the final conscious mind experiences the universe alone. Chapter 6: The Final Light. Imagine existing near the end. Somewhere in the final darkness, a single photon still travels through space. Perhaps it was emitted by a dying black hole. Perhaps it escaped from a galaxy long erased from existence. For trillions upon trillions upon trillions of years, it crosses the empty universe alone. No stars remain to outshine it. No planets remain to reflect it. It becomes one of the last surviving pieces of light in existence. And eventually, even that light stretches apart as space expands. Its wavelength grows longer and longer until its energy fades into near nothingness. Right now, the universe feels eternal. The stars above us seem permanent. Galaxies appear timeless. Human civilization feels important. But cosmically speaking, we exist near the beginning. We were born during one of the brightest eras the universe will ever experience, an age where stars still shine, an age where galaxies still glow, an age where the cosmos still feels alive. One day, all of that disappears. The universe does not end in fire. It ends in silence. And somewhere far beyond the final stars, beyond the last black holes, beyond even the final atoms, space itself continues expanding endlessly into the dark, as if the universe keeps moving forward. Long after there is anything left to move toward,